a missing rectangle. In today's video we're looking at area of a parallelogram. So before this, hopefully you've already seen how to do the area of rectangles and triangles, maybe some other basic shapes. Now hopefully you already know what a parallelogram is. It's related to the rectangle. Both of its opposite sides are parallel. So you'll see one in a wee second and I'll chat more about that. So here I have a rectangle. This works so much better in the classroom where I can physically move the shapes around. So this is a rectangle which is length times breadth, base times height. And then it asks me to move this little bit here at the side. I can't physically show you it moving on the slides, but I can show you it in steps. So if I was to draw a triangle here on the bottom right hand side of this rectangle and cut it off like that, I can then move that triangle to the left hand side as so, and you see it makes a parallelogram. So the parallelogram is like a rectangle that I've maybe just squashed at two of the corners. It still has two different length sides and the opposite sides are parallel. So the long sides are parallel and the short sides are parallel. Okay, now that rectangle there became that parallelogram. So the area hasn't actually changed. All I did was move the triangle from the right to the left. The dimensions are still going to be here in your diagram. I will give you this long length, but I might not give you the breadth as clearly as this. So the breadth actually turns into like almost the height of the parallelogram. So this interchangeable language of length and breadth, base and height comes in here again. You need to know the long length of the parallelogram and how thick it is, basically the base and the height. What we do not use is we do not use this slopey length. That's not got anything to do with it. The base and the height need to be at right angles of each other. Fancy word for that is perpendicular, but you'll meet that again later on. Let's do some examples. I only have 2 examples here. So it says area equals length times breadth. Your teacher might use area equals base times height, as long as the base is like the ground and the height is straight up and down. You'll be okay. So this one here, this is my base of 9 and my height of 7. So the area is simply 9 times 7, which is 63 centimetres squared. That's all there is to it. Just a fancy rectangle. Like at my second example, you'll see suddenly there's 3 numbers. That doesn't mean you just multiply all 3. Remember, it's a half of length times breadth, or a half base times height. So the length of the parallelogram is easy. That is the 20. So it's a half times 20. And then you have the choice, which one is the breadth? How wide is the parallelogram? What is the height of the parallelogram? This one here is your red herring. I've put that in to throw you off. Remember what I said, the base and the height need to be at right angles. The height needs to be straight up and down to the ground. So it's a half of 20 times 15. Half of 20 is 10. 10 times 15 is 150 square centimetres. And that's it. I've not done loads of examples in this video, just the 2. If you wanted to pause it, here are 9 for you to go try yourself. The numbers get a bit trickier as you go on. You have to do a wee bit of multiplication of decimals, etc. And if you unpause it, there are your answers. I really hope this has helped. Thanks for watching.